different.
They did
This
nothing,
was-
Keith.
They didn't. That's
I don't
nice.
care what you
I have
say.
been around the block too many times to accept it. Okay.
I don't know how to work it.
Okay, very good. Well, that was not the way. So, all right. So we'll just see where we go, shall we?
I didn't do a lot of, I didn't change my character much.
Well, character doesn't need to change, but moments. If there are reasons that moments are or are not working, that would be the reason to focus on something. So, are we ready? All right. Everybody's bladder's empty. Here we go. Stand by. Whenever you're ready.
I need to get going. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, of course. Why didn't you, just talk to your father about
My father's in the hospital. He was in a car accident.
a car accident?
Yes, I
Oh
emailed
my
you because
God.
I didn't want to discuss
Oh
this.
my God, you shouldn't even have come in today.
He's stable. I was with him all weekend, and my uncle's with him now, and that's why I have to go, so.
Oh my God, yes, I'm sorry,
I'm fine.
it's
okay.
not fine, Joe. What happened?
Well, he was doing maintenance work up at Penn State, and driving home, he swerved to avoid. Well, the police think it's some sort of deer decoy that hunters use. Or there's a deer statue up at the Dunmore High School, but they don't know, it's all smashed.
The Dunmore mascot.
Yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
police think,
That makes sense. I mean, they're the Mighty Bucks, yeah?
yeah.
Well, the bucks have antlers, so if it were a female deer, it wouldn't have antlers. I hope the police know that.
I'm just, my dad could have died.
Do they know who did it?
Oh, okay, Florida. Do you mind signing where I flagged here? It sets up the health insurance plan under the name of your business. And your BlackBerry, it isn't broken, you just need to charge it.
Okay. All right, I'll get this, and you go get out of here, and give my best to your mother. How's she doing?
My mother is,
Oh, she's dead. Oh my God. She's dead. You told me 10 times. I'm
it's
sorry.
okay, don't worry about it. It's fine.
She died of cervical cancer, right?
No. And
Was it your aunt that died of cervical?
I don't know anyone who's died of cervical cancer.
Somebody died of cervical. Was it your cousin?
My uncle went on oxygen a few weeks ago, I might have mentioned that.
That's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Well, give my best to your little brother, and how is he holding up?
And he's fine. He's fine.
You know, the teacher that I spoke to, she mentioned that he had a hearing problem, but, you know, I noticed this pamphlet, and it's about MS. Does he have MS?
That's just some scrap paper. Can I have that? Charles doesn't have, oh, okay. So she probably told you that he was born with one ear, and it's no big deal. He had one made out of his own cartilage when he was 6, so you cannot even.
Wow. What are the odds?
It's not all that uncommon a defect.
Right. It's just not as common as being born with 2 ears, is my only point.
What is your only point?
Oh, just a minute. Hello? Just a minute. Yes?
Your BlackBerry has no power.
Great. Okay, well, I gotta go. I'm talking to my sister right now, so,
It's just.
bye.
I need to get going.
I should tell you that I'm clinically depressed. I'm on medication, though. I'm sorry, I normally don't like to discuss personal matters in the office, but ever since my husband committed suicide, I've been... Did I tell you that my husband took...
No.
He did. Very difficult to talk about. the, he was raised in this area and we built a home. I thought moving here would, his family, they want to stay estranged from me, so I don't really have very many friends to talk to.
It's fine.
Thanks.
No worries.
And can I ask you to do one more favor? Could you not leave your medication lying around? I have a bit of a problem. Actually, I'm in recovery, so.
Wait, those are for my knee pain. Like, did you take some of these?
I take others to counter the effect.
That is not what I'm worried about.
Is all this paperwork because of your knee pain?
Just leave that. The Business Bureau is helping me, and it'll be better for you tax-wise.
Why not let me pay you extra and get your own private insurance?
Because I have a pre-existing condition that makes me ineligible to do so. I have to get it through my employer. So I'm happy to do the paperwork. Okay?
Okay. Okay, well, go ahead and get out of here. So much suffering.
You'll be okay.
Now wait and talk to your father after he's recovered from his testicular car accident. Oh my God, I know. What did I say?
Testicular cancer.
Right, because who do I know that have testicular cancer?
Lance Armstrong.
Right, that's it.
You know, my family is very protective of their history, and they would never agree to a book about the past. It's a bad idea.
Some people think it's a bad idea to offer full health coverage to a part-time employee.
That's irrelevant, Gloria. It's the major reason I took this position, and you know that.
I also know that it's more than just knee pain, isn't it? You need health insurance. I need a book. See what I'm saying?
I gotta go.
Cut! How'd that feel to you guys?
It's very awkward.
Why? Can you put your finger on it?
It lacked, I think it didn't have the energy.
Mm-hmm. The stakes were gone in many places, and the thing that makes this scene is the dynamic between the two of you. That you are flighty and so desperately need this person to keep your shit in order. And on a normal day, this has been the dynamic forever, but today is different. Why is today different?
Because I need to go to the hospital.
Because,
My dad was in a car accident.
Right.
And I need to go see him.
so do you have as much patience for her meandering mental state as you would on a normal day?
Yeah.
That raises the stakes, and it's part of what we got last time was there was something simmering just below the surface that we all couldn't figure out how you kept your shit together. Here, it just looks like it's very easy. And the whispering undid some of that energy. So especially from you, Rishona, the volume is so low that this felt like a very private conversation. And for the first half of the scene, I think it made me feel like I shouldn't react to this. This feels like I shouldn't even be hearing it. And it's just a sort of a subconscious effect, I think, not literal but figurative. So I think that kind of got in the way a little bit. But I have some other specifics. But what did you guys see?
I did like when you started getting your clothes on, like ready to leave. I think the dynamic changed a lot. Like both of you guys seem to get in the scene more.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think for me, I was focused on that beginning half when you said the quietness, because that was something, like, the email, I didn't want anybody to know about it. I kind of wanted to, I don't know, with her being my boss and like playing on the idea that I didn't want everybody to know my business.
Who else is here?
We have other coworkers, a few people that work in the printer station or whatever. No,
Are they in the room?
I guess not. I had the impression that there were people nearby in the room, yes.
I think if it all becomes that, then the scene doesn't reach us.
Okay.
It's not a wrong choice. It's worth trying, but I think it had an unpredictable effect,
Okay.
unexpected effect. I agree. I like the clothes. Clothes changed the dynamic completely. Gave you something like I believed you finally had to leave. I think that was kind of missing earlier in the scene.
I think that's what I struggle with, is when to put the urgency in it. Because, like, why wouldn't I have left before? That's what I'm struggling with this thing, is like, why am I still letting her talk to me? Like, after I done told her.
Why do you work for her?
I need a job. I need health insurance. That's why I work for her. That's how
Have
I
you
s-
applied to other places? No.
No?
Have you?
Oh. Yeah.
Where?
Like, places that were,
Script say that?
no.
Hmm.
Okay. Take it from
I have a question that might go along with that. When does she actually sign the papers that you need her to?
Oh, when do I sign those piece of paper? I didn't really think I signed them during the scene. I didn't get any indication that, I signed them.
Didn't you in the last scene though? No.
I don't think we ever practiced her signing it
No.
right then and there.
I didn't think about signing them.
Yeah, I never thought about
'Cause
it.
So then, go ahead. Finish the thought. So then why?
Well, I mean, you really need her to sign them, right?
So why can't you leave?
Yeah, why are you here?
Because I had to work.
The only reason you took this job?
Yeah, the insurance.
So why can't you leave?
Because I need her to sign the insurance before I go to the hospital. Okay.
So that's why you can't leave. She's not signing the papers, and you need her to.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that's
I
certainly
don't
a
think that's
possibility.
what she's waiting for though, because you really have to leave. I didn't get that she's waiting for me to sign these in order to leave.
It is an odd thing to insert into a scene if it means nothing. This scene could happen without the line, here, I just need you to sign these, if it's a casual thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that the script is suggesting that's of some import and serves a function in the scene.
Okay.
Otherwise, one might as well say, don't forget to tie your shoes. I mean, you know.
Yeah, okay.
I had a question. When she tells you she has depression and that she spends a lot of time alone, she kind of gave a sad look. Does that bother you at all?
Slightly, but yeah, a little bit, enough to stay and listen to her. But
I got the impression that it kind of went, that you were focused on leaving. That's why I thought it was interesting to see how you were going to answer about you wanting to leave. You know, we get other things on our mind. I didn't know if it just kind of went by you. Or if you just didn't want to get into it right now, whether, you know, about it, because that's a deep subject.
I mean, I think have grown fond of her over time, you know, but in this moment when I have to go,
It just wasn't the time.
and she just seems out of it to me, so I'm like, are you just spilling on me to keep me here? Like, what's up? Like,
So I don't see the fondness at all, like at any point. I don't know if that was, I understand the stakes in the situation, why it would be less, but it seemed like two very different people who I don't even know how they are working together, even if you do need insurance. And even if you're trying to write a book and steal her life story.
I'd just like to do it again.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be better for us to talk about what happens when we bring that dynamic back. Because that dynamic is going to fix a whole lot. I got a lot of specific notes, but there's a big universal. They could fix half of them, if not more. So let's just do it again. So let's bring this, so when you say, okay, I got to go, start packing then.
Okay, I'm struggling with that too. Because, like, movement, that was hard. If she's talking and I'm moving and just distraction
Yeah,
piece, that's what we were really, like, kind of trying to.
We were really struggling with
Yeah,
that
like,
because
work
we
on
got
that.
so many comments on how much movement there was that, you know,
I don't
That's
recall
where I
those.
struggled.
oh yeah, it
I
was like
think
all
last
that
time-
movement, she was moving, I was moving.
Yeah, it was a lot. I was that's what I got from this last pass was like you're doing a lot of movement when she's talking.
Shuffling stuff around.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
when I saw it the first time, it was a lot of, you reduced it a lot this time. When you had to go and pack stuff up, you packed stuff up and stacked it over here, and then put it in this folder over here, and then open that folder and put it out over here, and you never actually packed up
The first pass or just now?
the first pass. You were more concise with it this time, but I think that's where there was a lot of movement last time. Is you didn't
Oh.
just directly pack, you kind of just moved everything all over the table the whole time. Because I would ask, like, wait, why not pack up the first time? The second time you said, I have to go. You said it as you sat back down in the chair
Yeah.
and did nothing
Yeah.
to listen. So like the urgency of the I have to go is like, I really do have to go. I'm like, it's completely opposite of the words and the action of leaving.
Well, what your guys' scene really reminds me of, like more than anything, is urgent activities from
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
beginning.
From the very
So like
beginning.
if
very beginning.
you know what I mean, the urgency, and like that's what I love about you guys playing off each other in this scene. But like, I don't want to say this and for it to be directorial in any way. But like, so in urgent activities, right, and we had something pressing, you know, not just the stakes, but what if it was a time when our visiting hours close to being over? Do you have to make it to the hospital by a certain time?
No, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that helps.
I'll bring it back, but more concise with it.
Yeah, so like, did you just notice what time it was because you're working on something? Or because your boss has been talking to you, or, you know, where are you at in your workday?
You want an answer for that, not something.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you would
No,
thought about it.
I mean, to give you like a real weird answer to that, like this watch will vibrate on the hour, or in intervals that I can pick at, it vibrated. I need to go.
So that tells you, okay.
I mean, I guess that doesn't help.
Why
with
would
the
you,
urgency
well,
of
it comes back to
but-
Tony's question. Why would you have come into the office at all today, given what's going on? Is it your watch that made you come in here?
No,
So what did you need to get accomplished?
I need to get this insurance. That's where.
And then
That's what-
you
that's
came
what
in
it
here,
is.
and was that the only thing that there was really you needed to do? I mean, you do this job. You don't just have this job.
I think there's more with I think there's more emphasis, I think, a little bit on the email. You sent me an email, I didn't read it. So if you send your boss an email and they don't respond, you're naturally gonna come in. And maybe you're waiting for, like, me to say something, I don't know, it's just,
Let's feel it out. Let's just do it. Let's do it. There's more stuff here for you to pack up, and you know you can't leave the plate out because then she's not going to put it away. So that's going to go back over on the hoo-ha. Right? You can put your stuff on the plate there. Just go ahead and empty them onto the plate. It's a clean plate. There you go. It's great. And
Alright.
great. And so you're assembling those insurance papers.
I don't even need the book then, for real. I'm here for insurance papers.
We'll talk. Would you hand me that? No. Okay. You ready?
No.
Okay, you let me know when you're ready.
Hey, Pete.
How are you? Good to see you. When do you guys go away?
I got it.
15.
Okay.
Which one of yours?
Okay, got you. So we'll miss you for the Christmas party.
I know, we'll worry about it actually.
That's okay. All right. You ready? Let me know. You just say, hey, Keith.
I'm
Action.
I need to get going, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, of course. Hey, what did you talk to your father about?
My father's in the hospital. He was in a car accident.
A car accident?
Yes, I emailed you because
My
I didn't want to discuss
God.
this in the office.
You
so-
shouldn't even have come in.
He's stable. I was with him all weekend. My uncle's with him now, and that's why I have to leave.
Good.
So.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, go. Is everything okay? I mean,
Fine.
it's not fine. What happened?
So let's start over.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, then I have to ask this question. Because I asked it the first time and I didn't say anything. Why do you say I'm fine? Because that's where you went up here.
Because I don't want her to.
It needs something. It needs a gesture of, in her way, trying to express her concern and comfort that
Okay.
you have to respond to. There has to be something there that leads to I'm fine. Otherwise, it's kind of coming out of nowhere. And I think it'll make more sense and it'll help with that cue. Do you know what I mean? So in her way that she's unable to offer, she offers. Okay? Let's try it. Here we go, from the top. Stand by. Energy's better. I like this. Action.
I need to get going. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. Hey, look, why don't you talk to your father
My
about
father's in the hospital. He was in a car accident.
a car accident? Oh my
Yes,
God.
I emailed you because I didn't want to
So
discuss this in the
sorry.
office.
You
so-
shouldn't even have come in.
I'm fine. It's okay.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
He's stable. I was with him all weekend, and my uncle's with him now, and that's why I have to leave.
Of course,
So-
yes. Yes, go. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I'm fine. It's okay.
It's not okay, Joe. What happened?
He was doing maintenance work up at Penn State, and driving home, he swerved to avoid. Well, the police think it's some sort of deer decoy that hunters use. Or there's a deer statue up at the Dunmore High School. But they don't know. It's all smashed, so.
The Dunmore mascot.
Well, the police think,
They're the Mighty Bucks, yes?
yeah.
That makes sense. Although bucks have antlers, so if there were deer decoy, female deer would have antlers. Yeah, the police know that.
I'm just. My dad could have died.
Do they know who did it?
Okay. Gloria, do you mind signing where I flagged here? It sets up the health insurance under the name of your business, and your BlackBerry isn't broken. You just need to charge it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll get that. You go, get out of here, and give my best to your mother. How's she holding up?
My mother's
She's dead. Oh my God, she's dead. You've told me 10 times.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So sorry. She died of cervical cancer, right?
No. I'm
Was it your aunt that died of cervical cancer?
I don't know anyone who's died of cervical cancer.
Somebody died of cervical cancer. Was it your cousin?
My uncle had to go on oxygen a few weeks ago. I might have mentioned that.
That's it. That's it. That's what I'm thinking. And give my best to your little brother. How is he doing?
He's fine. He's fine.
You know, the teacher I spoke with, I thought she's told me that he had a hearing problem, but I noticed that you have this pamphlet on your desk about MS. Does he have
That's
MS?
just some scrap paper. Charles doesn't have. Okay. So she probably told you that he was born with one ear. It's no big deal. He had one made out of his own cartilage when he was 6, so you can't even tell.
Wow, what an odds.
It's not all that uncommon a defect.
Right, no, I just mean it's not as common as being born with 2 ears. That's my only point.
What is your only point?
Oh, just, hello? Yes. Right,
Your BlackBerry has no power.
great. Okay, I'm talking to my sister right now, so I'm gonna have to go. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
I gotta get going.
You should know that I'm trying to, but I'm taking medication. I'm sorry, I don't like to discuss personal matters in the office, but ever since my husband committed suicide, it's just been so. Did I tell you that my husband?
No.
God, that's true. It's very difficult to talk about, but, you know, he grew up in this area and we bought a home and I thought, anyway, his family wants to stay estranged from me, so I really don't have very many people to talk to.
It's fine.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
And can you do me one more favor? Could you try not to leave your medicine laying around? I have a bit of a problem. I'm actually in recovery.
Those are for my knee pain. Did you take some of these?
I take others to counter the effect.
That is not what I'm worried about.
Is it your knee pain while you're doing all this paperwork?
Okay, just leave that. The business bureau is helping me, and it'd be better for you tax-wise.
Why not? I pay you extra, and you buy your own private insurance.
Because I have a pre-existing condition that makes me ineligible to do that, and I have to get it through my employer. So I'm happy to do the paperwork.
Okay. All right, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and get on out of here.
You'll be okay.
Oh, wait, you, oh my God, so much suffering. I'll wait and talk to your father after he's recovered from this testicular.
Car accident.
Car accident, I know, what did I say?
Testicular cancer.
Right, because who do I know that had testicular cancer?
Lance Armstrong.
That's right, that's it.
You know, my family is very protective of their history, and they would never agree to a book about their past. It's a bad idea.
Well, some people think it's a bad idea to offer full health coverage to a part-time employee.
That's irrelevant, Gloria. It's the major reason I accepted this position, and you know that.
I also know that it's more than just knee pain, isn't it? You need health insurance. I need a book. See what I'm saying?
I gotta go.
Cut. All right. Good, that dynamic helped a lot. All right, now notes.
I'm still in love with that second half. Like, that's when the funny comes out, that's when
It
the
is.
ironic comes out, that's when everything sort of comes alive.
I love the latter part too, the Lance Armstrong joke, because always funny auditorily, but like it was great visually because you kind of said this time you weren't paying attention to her as you said it, and it made it even more funny.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I was gonna say. I loved your delivery of that line.
I liked your gestures during the pill moment too. I thought that whole moment was kind of like appropriately funny in all the right ways. That was good.
Yeah, I think the second half works better because both you guys' purpose comes out more. Like, it's obvious that you're trying to manipulate, I don't know your characters, but you're trying to manipulate Rishona to staying, and then she's trying to leave. So it's like evident in the second half, but I think it should be like a little bit more evident in the first half still.
And you did play with your volume a bit more, Rishona, this time. I think you can go even further into that in your practice time to explore, because those moments where you were louder, it really resonated and was like, whoa, this was really nice.
Rishona, did you like the cookies or did you hate the cookies?
That last piece was just a bit, it was heavy. That last piece that I just took was a bit heavy.
But then you took it with you. That's why I was kind of like, I saw you hate it, then I saw you like took it and leave.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm not gonna leave her one. I ain't just gonna leave her happy to cook me on the plate.
that was the nitpicky thing. I was just like, oh, she hates that. And then she took it and was like, wait, I thought you didn't like that.
Save it for later.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna leave her happy.
Look, some people are poor, okay, Tony?
Yeah, okay.
What's up, man?
I wasn't saying you were poor. She was.
Oh, no, I'm saying some people.
I was just saying she didn't like the
Any
cookies.
more
Who
comments?
wants to waste
Notes.
cookies?
Keep going.
For real priority. Go ahead, Grayson.
Rashon, didn't you ever have the urge just to stand up? I mean, you were sitting. You know what I mean? And like when people were normally, okay.
But did you see her have the impulse to stand and not do it?
Yes, I thought so a couple of times.
That's a fair observation. I agree, and it looked like you wanted to, but you wouldn't let yourself.
Yeah.
Follow that impulse. See where it goes. Okay.
Well, I was gonna say, I also liked when you were snapping back at her, your hand gestures, and then you kind of used the pen to disperse a little anger too.
Oh, I tell you, not being able to get the lid on that pen was just fucking brilliant. It is so her. It took you like 5 tries to get that on there, and I don't think you didn't plan that, did you, or did you? No.
No.
It was a very happy accident. I just loved it. I think it's fantastic
Just showed
the way
her
that
how to play.
plays.
Did you actually sign? Did you sign that time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and I liked the hesitation. There were a few, maybe a couple, but a couple of areas where there was a hesitation, then something else, your manipulative side to make her stay or talk or something would come out. I think I really like those choices.
I think we have to be careful about this idea that she's deliberately manipulating.
Oh, sorry.
No. It can go both ways. You could see it that way or not. I don't.
Like more based in insecurity or something?
I don't know. I have to think that this woman is just utterly dysfunctional.
Yeah. I think.
You know, this publisher is unable to keep the world that surrounds her sort of together.
Yeah.
And that's what every assistant that she's ever had has done for her in this particular instance. Yep.
So then, with that in mind, I feel like, at least in my eyes, the first half, Erin, your character seems much more in control and much more confident than that assessment. And I think the funny work of the second half.
Disorganized people can be extremely confident.
Well, more like the first half. I don't know. I rarely get the.
I think it's because she's talking about something about her father being in a car accident, and even though
And it
I'm
makes you uncomfortable.
high as a kite, probably, that's a serious thing. I think that might be why.
Here's where manipulation doesn't work, and it showed up a couple of times. It causes you to make direct eye contact at places that's killing the laugh. So, for instance, the pills. When you pill the pills up, you looked at her and you showed her the bottle, and she had to deal with you as though you were really asking her to hide. You need to hide your pills. The last time you did the scene, it was, you need to hide these pills because I just have a habit and I just have a tendency to get into pill bottles. And she has to take them away from you like you're a child that's got a hold of something you shouldn't have. And that played better to look directly at her, or also when you say, who did I know with cervical cancer? I'm sorry, the first time. Who do I know? Who was it? No, the first one, the very first one. I'm sorry, it is cervical cancer. The last time you say, well, then who did I know with cervical cancer? You're asking her. And it doesn't work as well as if you turn forward and just try to figure it out yourself. Okay. If you're trying to always fix things yourself and you're just bad at doing it, she has to scramble.
Okay.
And I think that dynamic works better than looking directly at her and go, who is it that has cervical cancer? And then it just becomes a conversation. That will bring the first half into a different place of energy, I think.
Okay.
So I think just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
was your instinct last time, and I think that one was the better one of the two. I like the change, and it was good to try it on. What else, guys?
I was still kind of missing the I'm fine moment.
Yeah, you got said twice, right? So,
Yeah.
so when you're going back into rehearsal for the final showing, see if you can find something for that. See if it's necessary. If it floats by the way it did the second time you said it this pass, it was kind of not necessary for a gesture, but with that long pause there was nothing else to bring it about the first pass. So it needed something.
I would say one thing or ask one thing. This one had so much more energy than the first one. When you went back in the room, or I'm sorry, when you were here, what changed? I mean, did you just say, hey, I'm going to get this more energy, and then poof, there it was?
Yeah, like I literally like toned it down because of the feedback last time. Like I was just like, I don't want to overdo it, and
Well,
I misunderstood the distraction point of it.
Your energy was good, though. I mean, from what Darius said, too, your voice, like when the pill bottle, you raised your voice. I kind of count that as energy, too. That was awesome. I like that.
Me too.
I was just curious what y'all did internally to add so much energy to it, to make it that much better.
I let go of what I thought you guys wanted the last pass.
Okay.
So what happened was the choice you made to change that eliminated the stakes,
Yeah.
and that's what undermined the scene.
Okay.
Where you ended up is not where you were last time. I think this is a very comfortable place. This is a good place. This is a good balance where you are at the end of this pass you just did.
Okay.
And
I
did
feel
you?
like your movements are really decisive now because, like we mentioned before, it felt shuffling like clutter, but now it's very apparent to me like papers in folder, folder in bag. I need my keys because I'm leaving. It's very logical. Whereas before it was like flustered. I don't know where any of my stuff is. I'm just gonna move stuff around to move it around. So it's very decisive now, and I think that really comes through, and it makes it really a stronger choice. I think it's really good.
Erin, I have a question. Like, we're talking about the manipulative aspect of what you're trying to do in the scene. When does that start? Like, are you, like, I mean, because I know you have the agenda of the whole, like,
I don't really think I am being manipulative.
because I didn't really get that either. Like, when they brought that up today, it's like, I only saw the couple questions where it might have been that way, where you're trying to lead her one way, but I didn't really get a manipulative.
Yeah, I mean, I think the closest I get, is at kind of at the end.
Yeah. Agreed.
But I really think Lori she's a nice lady. She's had hard, her husband killed himself, and she lost her business, and she's struggling. So I think she likes Joe, and I think she's a good person. I don't think she's like, I haven't been playing her like she's manipulative or has any kind of, she's just high.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, I was a little, when it was brought up, I was confused because I didn't really see that. Because I know the book deal comment was made in the end. It's like, I didn't know, was that your intention the whole time? Because I kind of read you as just being someone who's just drugged up and awkward.
Yep.
So, okay, cool.
What happens if you don't get the book?
Oh, I don't know, kill myself. No, I don't.
Well, in the beginning, you asked, don't you talk about the father in the beginning? Like, when your first line, isn't it bring him up, but why do you bring him up at that time?
Because he just had a...
She
right. Well, because before our scene starts, I already brought up that I wanted to talk to her father so I could write this book.
That's where the Lance Armstrong joke comes in, because we make a reference to that. We were talking about Lance Armstrong and what was going on with that.
Right. So that's the problem with just doing a scene, but there was already discussion.
It was in the air.
Yeah.
Can we do the brother sequence?
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to clean up a couple of things. Waiting to plug in the phone before you continue the scene just kind of lets everything fall. So I think it's possible to, after you plug in the phone and come back, is that when the depression line is?
Yeah.
So say it while you're over there. Say it while she's plugging it in.
That's what we...
So
Yeah.
It's funny because I was like, does it say beat in the scene? If it says beat, like maybe we should, but then I was like, it just feels better if I'm over here saying that.
Right.
Yeah. Does it say beat?
We're just supposed to talk over each other.
I think it says beat. I thought we said.
I don't think so. I think it just says we look around the room and then we both talk at the same time.
I guess we consider that
You
a
were kind of-
beat.
Let's see. We can see how it plays. We're losing the one ear joke.
I know, it just.
You've got to hit it. She says, you know, he's got a hearing problem, and when you say no, what you probably heard was that she told you he has, and you got to hit one ear for us to get the joke, because if you throw it away, if it's so she probably just told you that he has one ear, and it's not a big thing, and suddenly, it's just a conversation. It is a joke.
Wait, what? Back up.
Oh,
Like you're delivering it you're supposed to deliver like.
So when you say one ear, when you're explaining, well, she probably told you he has one ear. You're throwing that away. It is a joke.
Okay.
The joke is, well, she said he has a hearing problem, and I just don't understand. And the joke is, no, he told you he has one ear. And that's the joke, is she misunderstood yet something else. I'm not saying that's the way to say it.
I understand.
But
I understand.
there's this.
We worked on the laugh in between. That's what I thought was fixing that. I guess not.
No,
Not
it didn't.
working.
That was lost. I think the laugh is the laugh directed by the script.
No, no.
So I think it undermines the punchline.
Ah,
Okay.
Then it diffuses the tension that you fix when you say no. This is the case, and it happens after you've already been through Dad and Mom, and things in comedy happen in threes.
Yeah.
And when you reach third time, it's at a peak, and the third time is brother. You fucked up my brother too. You with me? And so it's we think. So when she says, "And how's your brother?" We're all expecting, "Oh God, he's dead too." And then you go, "Oh no, he's fine." And we all go, "Oh okay." And then there's still a joke that comes. So it is a pattern. It's a comic pattern within the script. So I think just make sure you don't lose the one ear. Hit that point. Where does jumping on the phone come from? Why do you jump on that dead phone?
well, she asked me, well, what is your point? And,
So let's run that sequence. I'd like to see that. So let's take it from how's your brother, or tell you whatever that line is.
the brother, and give my best to your brother, how is he holding up?
He's fine.
You know, the teacher I spoke with, she said that he had a hearing problem, but I noticed this pamphlet on your table, it's about MS. Does he have MS?
That's just some scrap paper. Can I have that?
Okay, and when she says hearing problem, I don't see you hear that.
Oh,
Does he have a hearing problem?
no.
So that's where it lands on. That's where you hear it for the first time. I don't think you can be so distracted you don't hear it. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So let's try it again.
Okay.
So give my best to your brother, and how's he holding up?
He's fine.
You know, the teacher I spoke to told me he had a hearing problem, but I noticed you have this pamphlet on the desk, and it's about MS. Does he have MS?
Did you see it? Try it again. Make it specific. What are you doing at the top while she's telling this?
Looking at the paperwork. to
Great.
make sure.
It's physical. It's purely physical at that moment when you hear it. So you can have it in your hands and put it down. You can have it down and you can pick it up. You can look up at it. Just something. There needs to be a physical transition here. Again?
So give my best to your little brother. How is he holding up?
He's fine.
You know, the teacher I spoke with said he had a hearing problem. But you know, I noticed this pamphlet on your table, maybe about MS. Does he have MS?
That's just some scrap paper. Can I have that? Charles doesn't have. Okay, so she probably told you he was born with one ear. It's not a big deal. He had one made out of his own cartilage when he was 6, so you can't even tell.
Can you hit one ear a little harder for me?
One ear.
Pamphlet MS.
Pamphlet is on, the pamphlet is about MS. Does he have MS?
That's just some scrap paper. Can I have that? Charles doesn't have. Okay, so she probably told you he had one ear. It's not that big of a deal. He had one made out of his own cartilage when he was 6, so you can't even tell.
Wow, what are the odds?
It's not that.
So the discomfort from the phone starts here. Your reaction, with you blowing your top a little bit, sets her off kilter. She can't recover, and when she finds she can't recover this time, make a phone call. And that's where it comes from. So the arc of that starts here. And that's why that has to be there.
Okay.
And it drives to the phone.
Yeah, I missed the joke altogether.
That's okay.
So did I. I thought the joke was her saying, well, it's not as.
Yeah, that's
common
where I
as
thought the
2
joke
years.
was.
Oh, no, that's a joke too.
Oh, so we just joked.
Also,
joke.
like hearing, like what your hearing has to do with MS. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's all through there. It's just an escalation is what it is of affront. And what the fuck? What is wrong with you? On the day that your dad had the car accident, and that's what makes you sort of lose your cool a little bit at that point. I think that's fair. The last thing I'm going to say is why do you cite at that moment to say my family won't agree to this book?
Because I want her to know that when I leave out of here, that conversation's dead. Like,
What happens if you say it when you're on your way out the door and you stop and you turn? Can I see what that looks like? So if we back it up a couple of lines, your phone is dead. It has no power.
oh, no,
I don't know how far back that is.
It's further, let's see, we're talking about.
It's also a bad idea to give full-time, part-time associates full-time.
That's after.
But it is
That's
after.
after.
before that, okay.
Just kidding.
And how's your brother hold? That's like right. That's there.
Just
And how's-
pick up the phone.
Okay, well, the line before that I say, right, my only point, right.
There we go.
I mean, it's just not as common as being born with 2 ears, is my only point.
What is your only point?
And if that's not hard, she won't go to the phone. Confront her.
What is your only point?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, just a minute.
Your BlackBerry has no power.
Great. Well, I'm talking to my sister right now, so I'm gonna have to go. All right? Okay. Bye.
I gotta get going.
I'm clinically depressed, but I'm on medication. I'm sorry, I don't like to discuss personal matters.
You don't have to sit here. Doesn't make any sense. Pick up the bag, put it on the table, finish packing up.
All right, yeah, so I'm clinically depressed, but I'm on medication. I'm sorry, I don't mean to discuss personal matters in the office, but ever since my husband's suicide, I've been, did I tell you that my husband?
No.
It's really hard to even talk about, but.
Have you had it with her?
Yes, but I feel bad. She just told me her husband he just committed suicide. Like,
Get out the door. Get out the door, but do your best to just.
Okay.
Because all she's doing is she's.
How many times has she told you that?
Yeah, she's crossed the line. She pissed you off. You plugged in her
It's not the
phone,
first time she's telling me that. Huh?
and then she says, "Well, I'm depressed." If you give in there and you pay attention, she doesn't need to drag out the dead husband.
Maybe.
Okay. No. Okay.
Let's try it.
Okay.
Let's try it. Take it from your phone is dead. Your phone is dead, and just plug in the phone. Just take it from there. You're plugging in the phone. I'm clinically depressed. I gotta go. Okay, here we go.
I gotta
You
get
should know
going.
that I'm clinically depressed, but I'm on medication. I'm sorry, I don't like to discuss personal matters in the office, but ever since my husband's suicide, I've been. Did I tell you that my husband took his own?
No, God.
It's true. I didn't talk about it, but he grew up in the area and we bought a house, and I thought moving back would. But anyway, his family has decided to keep estranged from me.
I think it's hilarious that you were walking out while she's still talking. And I think it's even more hilarious that you don't want to. I love the whole, all right, I'm going. Okay. And then what stops her?
Right?
Okay.
What stops this whole conversation? You know Isn't that it?
If you came
No,
back in
because
and
she
said
still
that
has
line
to
about-
say, we still have to say.
I forget.
Just keep going, keep going. My husband, suicide. He used to live locally.
Yeah, and we both have his family now wants to stay estranged for me, so I don't really have anyone
Keep going.
Isn't the medication
Wait,
next?
yes, the Medicaid, is it my line?
I think that gets to the
Oh, and you
business
said,
day.
oh, it's okay, it's okay. You said it's okay.
I said, that's fine, that's what I said, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fine, you know. So, I don't have anyone to talk to.
That's fine.
And can I ask you a favor, and could you not leave your medication lying around? I'm a little, I have a bit of a, well, I'm in recovery.
That brings you right back in. There you go.
Right.
Then it's motivated. Right.
Okay.
So we're magnifying it a little bit. I gotta go. You know, I get it. Love you. Sorry you're depressed. We'll talk about it. What the hell? And so she's got that. So you come back over here. You get it out of the bag. She's escalated again, hasn't she? Now she took the shit. Huh?
So,
Keep going.
I have a bit of a, I'm in recovery.
Those are for my knee pain. Did you take some of these?
I take others to counter the effect.
That is not what I'm worried about.
That works.
Why are you doing all this paperwork? Or is it because of your knees?
Don't take off quite so quickly. That's what I'm worried about. She's not now. You're leaving her and she's hot.
I'm hot.
So she's raised. Now
How do
you
you
got to
know?
figure out, can you leave her? And then she's going to drag you into this conversation with it. Keep going. What's with all this?
That's not what I'm worried about.
Is it your knee pain while you're doing all this paperwork?
Just leave that. The business bureau is helping me, and it'd be better for you tax-wise.
Why don't I pay you extra and you buy your own private insurance?
Because I have a pre-existing condition that makes me ineligible to do so, okay? I have to get it through my employer, and I'm happy to do the paperwork, okay?
Okay. Okay. Get out of here.
You'll be okay. Okay.
So much suffering.
You know,
And I'll wait to talk to your father after he's recovered from his testicular
car accident.
car accident. Oh my God! What did I say?
Testicular cancer.
Dad, can't leave. You got to have the
Right,
conversation
right.
at the door.
Because who do I know that had
Lance Armstrong.
That's right. That's
And then that brings you back in for the final bit.
You know, my family's very protective about their history, and they would never agree to a book about their past. It's a bad idea.
Well, some people think it's a bad idea to offer full health coverage to a part-time employee.
That's irrelevant, Gloria. It's the major reason I took this position, and you know that.
I also know it's more than just knee pain, right? You need health insurance. I need a book.
I gotta go.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is something to play with, but I think it keeps you from sitting, and I think this makes it more dynamic. It
does.
magnifies the conflict.
And the funny. Yeah,
Feel it out.
It's good.
So that the energy of the first half now becomes what you've got for the second half, and the energy for the second half is now this.
That looks much better. Walking out.
Yeah, I think.
You've got to
Yeah.
limit the number of times you actually make it to the door.
Yeah.
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 And you do that by saving some of the packing up business.
Yeah.
Don't do it up so early. You know, do the paperwork in the first half, and then you got the hand cream. Some hand cream. Put this in your bag. Put this in the bag. Shit, got to do it. Plug in the phone. Come back. Finish putting shit in the bag. Putting shit in the bag. Make sure she's got the papers. It just requires just a little more specific business. That's it. Nice work, guys. It's a great team. I love it. So next up.
She's not gonna be here till like 8:30.
All right, so that means third showing, Samson and Darius.
Oh, snap. Let's go. I love the scene.
Come on, Frederick.
I love the scene.
If you want to go ahead and pop.
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Boy Friday.
Nobody cares.
Right. I hear you. You get too much in your head. Little touches you.
I gotta coordinate, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, I know that.
Next Thursday, Wednesday.
Before next Wednesday? Yeah.
What do you want? Monday or Tuesday?
Well, what's,
I understand.
Sure.
You want them to
alright,
tell you, right?
cool. Problem solved. I'm good Sunday or Monday. Let's do, I'd rather, let's do Sunday.